Hi and welcome. Bill Naylor here. I'm going to walk through a brief 3 steps to packets scenario using Observer in the GigaStore. So what you see here is a GigaStore software. This could be a local expert, it could be a console-only probe, but you see I've got a local instance, so that's a local expert, and then I've got a remote GigaStore here that I'm not connected to. I don't see any tabs up here that say GigaStore control panel, and if I highlight this I don't get any change. So this tells me I've got a passive instance out here that I used previously. So I'm going to right click on it and say redirect probe instances, and what will happen is here is I get a dialog box that shows me what instances are available to me to use. This first one is not disconnected, so that means Observer's just sitting there with that reserved on the GigaStore side. I'm just going to click on that and say redirect, and redirect to this Observer. And once I do that, it'll take a few seconds and you'll hear a little ding, and then this little icon here turns green. So that tells me I'm connected. So now that I've got this highlighted, I can go up here and hit the GigaStore icon, and it'll open up another tab here, and you can see that we have a running GigaStore. So the first thing I'm going to do is right click in here to navigate the timeline, and I'm going to say go to end of data. I always do that just as a measure of saying, okay, we're currently collecting data, the GigaStore is capturing traffic. And then I'm just going to use this sliding time bar, and I can adjust the ends of it to cover whatever period I'm looking for. I'm going to go towards the end here and just going to take the last few minutes of data just for purposes of this, and I'm highlighting that, and you can see there's a little bit of a gray highlight in this area. And what that's telling Observer is it's telling Observer I want to focus on that timeline. I don't have to go directly to packets. I can update the reports, and now all of the tabs down here, MAC stations, IP pairs, IP application pairs, this is going to show you detailed metrics for that shaded time period. If you want to extract information here or use these checkboxes as filters, you can do that across multiple tabs. I'm going to skip all that for purposes of this, and I'm just going to say I want to get to packets. So I click on Analyze. It's going to say here's the time frame you asked. I can change this at this point, and just verify your analysis options are set to analyze all data and expert analysis and decode. And if you don't have it checked, go ahead and check this box and it'll remember your last settings. When I click OK, what's going to happen is it opens up a new tab, and it'll show me here the file loading. So if it's a larger file and takes more than a few seconds, you'll see this hang up there for a little while it's processing that data. Now what that means is that it's being processed at the GigaStore. It's not coming across the network back to me. I'm just going to get a remote insight into it, and it starts that insight by showing me the remote decode. But remote on this is your key to remember that the packet data is actually residing there at the GigaStore at the far end. So that status went away, so that tells me it's complete. We just pulled out almost 11 million packets, and now I can get into either looking at the 3-pane decode, or much more valuable, I think, is spending some time looking at the expert analysis tab. So once you have this, you can go through here and do whatever analysis you want. You can pull out a specific conversation. Maybe it's this CIFS SMB conversation, and maybe I just need to send this to a third-party vendor to troubleshoot something. So in order to do that, I can say, well, that's what I want. I can do a fast post filter. I can go down to pair and port, and what happens is it'll set that up as a filtered view. So instead of 11 million packets, now I only have 20, but it's the conversation that I wanted to focus on. It's going to show me that in great detail, and I can do connection dynamics from here and see the conversation and so forth. So that is 3 steps to packets. Oh, one last thing. If I wanted to save that data, File, Save Capture, it will prompt me and say that data is remote. Do you want to transfer it here? And if I say yes, and then I can give it an option and say save all the packets or just save a range. This is just 20 packets, so I'm going to say OK. It asks me where to put it and to give it a name. I'm just going to give it a name of 20 packets. And it defaults to buffer, which is our format. Once you get it onto your local console, you can change it to PCAP if you want to. That's easy, just do a save as. And that is 3 steps to packets. Hope this is useful. Thanks for watching.